What's up, everybody? It's Wednesday. We are back. It is the 5th episode of 2021. We got a jam-packed show. I am your host, Patrick Graham. We got divisional games to talk about from last weekend. We got the conference championships to talk about. We're getting into UFC 257, McGregor and Poirier. Joining me, as usual, Bob. What's going on, Blair?
What's up?
We got a special guest joining us later. We got Tony Tucker from Project Drivel on the show, and that'll be a fun time. So first things first, though, before we get to the games, let's talk about the Earl Campbell jersey contest. We have a winner.
We do.
Yeah, Joey.
Joey
is his name. He's from Truth Serum Fantasy Football. He has an Instagram page.
Okay.
So go check him out at Truth Serum FF on Instagram. And then he's got truthserumfootball.com. He also podcasts as well.
Nice.
But, yeah, so congratulations to Joey. My mom came close. I told you this story over the weekend. She calls me. I'm sure you heard about this later. She calls me on Sunday about the Saints-Bucks game started about 3:30 in the afternoon. And she calls me about 3:15. Says, did I win? She's convinced that the games are all over because she has spent the last about 2 hours watching the Saints play the Bucks.
From week 9.
And she said she was flipping back and forth between the Bills game and the Bucks versus the Saints. Didn't realize this was a week 9 or whatever
She
week
said
it
the
was.
Saints blew them out.
Blew them out by 20. It was like 40-something to 20.
Oh, no.
Said, Mom, the game hasn't started yet. So,
off.
yeah, that was not good. So she ended up, it came down to her. If the Saints won, she would have won. Or Joey from True Serum had the Bucks. So he went 3-1 this week and 4-2 last week. So my man's 7-3.
Not bad.
Not bad. So we'll get that shipped out to you. Congratulations. All right, let's get in the games, though. Let's talk about what we witnessed this past weekend.
Ooh.
First things first, let's go right to the Saints and Bucks games because back in October 2nd to be exact, was our conversation on one of the episodes after week 4.
Right.
Week 4 of the NFL season.
Should we talk about
I said Drew Brees is the problem in New Orleans. Jameis Winston would be more explosive for that offense.
Yeah.
And during when I was saying that, you hear Pete. Pete's not here to defend himself, but Pete said, this is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
No, this is real. We talked about this.
Well, here we are.
Have an arm.
And now, fast forward, 4 months, and the national media, Drew Brees is the problem. You can't throw it down the field. I told you this 4 months ago.
And Sean Payton proved it. They had to run a trick play with Jameis Winston to throw it more than 15 air
nice
yards.
Throw.
Oh, beautiful. Drew Brees would have had to launch it out of a cannon.
Well, getting to that play, bro, we'll just stick on that. How does that happen?
I don't know.
If you're a cornerback and Jameis Winston lines up in front of you?
I said this live. Knock him down. I'm putting him on the deck. As soon as I hike the ball, I'm putting 2 hands on you.
He had a clean. He just
jammed.
ran a quarterback reverse. Got a clean. No one even signaled anybody and be like, "Hey, Jameis is playing wide receiver."
The defender started dropping back like Jameis is going to run a route.
He had a 10-yard cushion.
I was like, "What are you doing? This fool's obviously not running a route."
Anyway, yeah, Jameis. Like I said, I think Jameis would have provided more offensive power. Now we see that. It's easy to say after the fact, but I said this 4 months ago. I don't care what anybody says. Now everybody's all over Breeze. Breeze looked terrible.
Absolutely.
I mean, we don't want to disrespect Breeze anyway. He's one of the all-time greats, top 10. Probably
should have hung it up before the season started.
Maybe I wouldn't go as far as top. I don't think he's top. I don't know. I don't think he's top 5, or like
all time.
Top 10 all time.
10, yeah,
5 to 10 range. A lot of people. He's such a nice guy, so people like give him extra bonus points for that. He's put up tons of numbers.
Oh, absolutely.
You just showed me the stat. What's the playoff?
Okay. Let's talk. He puts up crazy numbers. He's also played in the dome like 80%.
Played in the dome, pass-friendly offense. He has Sean Payton.
He's offensive mind head coach.
For a while, their defense was garbage.
So this is his playoff.
We're just going to trash. This is bad. We're just going to trash.
I did it all last week too. This is his playoff resume. 06-07, he loses to Rex Grossman. Okay. 2000.
To be fair, he lost that. Bears defense was dirty, and
Either
Devin
way.
Hester
Still lost.
Yeah.
Doesn't make the playoffs again until 2009, I think. Is it 09 they win the Super Bowl?
I don't know. You have it.
No, this is a loss.
Oh, 09.
I think 09 they win the Super Bowl.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
Right. And then in 2010 he comes out and he loses to a 7-9 team led by Matt Hasselbeck. 2011 comes, he loses to Alex Smith. 2013 comes, he loses to Russ Wilson. That's
Alex Smith. That was good.
Russ Wilson.
That was 49ers team. Do you remember that game? I was crying in the sports book.
Yes.
Vernon Davis caught a game-winning touchdown, and I cried and ripped my shirt off and swung it around like a helicopter.
So then he loses 2013. He loses to Russell Wilson. Okay, that's not a knock. Russ.
They won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
was that the year they won the Super Bowl?
So we fast forward to 2017 because he didn't make the playoffs or win a playoff game in between then, or even make the playoffs. I mean, 17 he comes in, he loses to Case Keenum. Then in 2018, he comes in, he loses to Jared Goff. Then in 2019, he loses to Kirk Cousins.
I mean, you're going after.
I mean, this
now
guy,
hearing it out loud.
These guys aren't.
You're saying this out loud, which is the name of the game.
Okay.
Case Keenum, that was not on Breeze.
Okay.
That was the last play. That was when Diggs caught the tightrope.
Misses
last
the
play of the
tackle.
game.
Yeah.
Bad. And then in the Rams game, I know obviously it's still a loss. I mean, it is what it is. The Rams pass interference drama.
Here's the kicker. He was the favorite. The Saints were favored in every single one.
That's wild.
He lost every single one.
Even yesterday.
He's 8-9 in the playoffs, 1-2 in conference title games.
But yeah, getting back to this weekend though, you could tell like he can't move outside the pocket. That's another reason why I said Winston would be more beneficial because he can move a little bit. They made sure Breeze
pass rush.
They played man press, put pressure on him, and he threw ducks everywhere. And where's can't guard Mike? Apparently, you can guard Mike. Did he play?
Yeah, he played the whole game. Had 0 catches, dude. He got shut down.
Can't guard Mike, dude. Change your name. It's can guard Mike.
Yeah.
Don't need to guard Mike.
Old slant boy.
That's what the Bucks need. Where's Mike? That's his new milk carton Mike. Milk carton Mike, baby.
That's his new name.
That's his new name.
Yeah.
Milk carton Mike. Playoffs.
Yeah.
Milk carton. There you go.
Tom Brady out here.
Breeze, 3 picks. All the biggest problem. So this is what's detracting for Brady. Everybody is saying, "Oh, Brady didn't win the game. It was the defense. He had short fields." Whatever. Say what you want. Breeze threw 3 picks, all of them in his own territory. They did give him short fields, and they capitalized on him. You still got to capitalize on him.
Yeah.
But Breeze really did.
He did
lose
the Bucks
the game. The game.
Absolutely, cost
but
his
Brady
team. Breeze never gave the Saints a chance to win the game.
Yeah, I think the coaching was a little. I think Kamara should have been more involved. He was averaging 6 yards a carry. Like
they get behind.
They got to They had the chance. It was 2020 after 3 quarters. Yeah. I mean, wow. There you go. So Brady 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. He only got sacked once. Offensive line is playing massive. Tristan Wirfs is an animal. He's a rookie.
Oh, that kid's great.
Oh, he's gonna. Yeah,
he's great.
They're down 3rd string guard, I think, or the other side. One of the 3rd string guys. But Brady, AB was hurt in the first quarter. He didn't play the rest of the game.
No.
Mike Evans had 1 catch for 3 yards and the touchdown.
The touchdown.
Godwin had the drop.
Godwin dropped a couple.
The drop was a tough catch, but usually last 2 years he snaps those.
He brings them down.
And Brady missed on probably 4 throws that were just Godwin being one of them. Gronk had one. Yeah. Mike Evans in the deep bomb to Evans.
Deep bomb's just out of reach.
So he's if he makes those throws, the game's not close.
Oh, it's a blowout.
Or if Godwin holds on.
The difference between this game and the last game the Saints-Bucks played was the last game they ran it 5 times, I think?
Yeah, they ran
it 36 times.
35 or 36 times.
Yeah. They had like 185 rushing yards, and 116 of those were Ronald Jones this week.
No, they each had Fournette had 63 and Jones had 62.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, and then Brady had 2. So they were averaging decent amount, but they were able to control the clock, especially down the stretch. They were getting first downs, running the ball only.
3rd down.
So, that's the guy. I was watching Rob Parker. Do you know Rob Parker?
Yeah.
He's
a clown, huh?
Yeah. Chris Broussard and him, and he was saying Brady's still garbage. And
oh, my Lord, stop.
The guy's like, he's been in 13 AFC. This is going to be his 14th title game.
21st?
He leaves
No, this is 21st title game. Or
no,
14th in 21 years, right?
Yeah, 14th title game. He's 9-4. This is his 14th one. And he leaves the AFC, and now he's the Bucks were 7-9 last year. Now they're in the title game. Like, he has the defense playing. Like, the defense is playing well, but I think he elevates. He would elevate the defense even because it's just his presence. Like, he pumps those guys up. So
he gets them going.
We'll see. So we'll talk about the next game in a little bit. Let's get to Packers Rams. This game,
it's closer than the score says. I'll say that.
Yeah, it was fair. Yeah, that's fair.
It was a lot closer than the score says. 7 minutes left. It was a 7-point game.
Yeah, and then Rodgers hit the 50-yarder. Mm-hmm. But Devontae Adams had 9 for 66 and a touchdown on it. There's a few plays. You saw the highlights. Ramsey was on him.
Just didn't work.
Didn't get a ton of yards on him, but he was getting big third down, a couple slants. Yeah. He got,
I think he's keeping in front of him is one thing, but you got to shut down 3rd down, though, too.
Yeah, well, the first touchdown, they did the same thing Alabama did with Devontae Smith. Mm-hmm. They put him in motion, and then put him back in motion, and the guy, Ramsey, was mad at the other guy because he didn't push out. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's the game plan, but, I mean, he was wide open. It was a quick snap, easy touchdown. Alan Lazard showed up. They got him healthy now. They got MVS is healthy. Like, they're firing. The offense is firing on all cylinders. Aaron Jones had 99 yards. They had 188 rushing yards.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Green Bay's offense is rolling.
Their corner on defense is shut down, too, that Jair Alexander guy.
Yeah, he's like top 5 in PFF.
He was number 2 rated or something.
Absolutely hate PFF, but
he's the number 2 rated corner behind Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, see, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Where's the
I don't know.
J.C. Jackson and Xavier Howard?
J.C. Jackson.
Those guys are just they're 17th, but they lead the league in picks.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's because they get thrown at.
Anyway, Rodgers, 0 interceptions. He didn't get sacked. He was 8 for 12 on third down. Like their offense was there, and that's against the number 1 defense. It was the most yards put up against the number 1 defense in like the last, I don't remember the 20 years or whatever. Yeah. Or of all time.
Aaron Donald didn't do much.
He was hurt. He's playing hurt. So it's tough. The Rams, like you said, it was a 7-point game. They got that. Did you see that 2-point conversion? Little hook and ladder?
Yeah.
It was kind of nice.
Nice.
Little Sean McVay.
He's wild.
But yeah, that was the least that was the game I wasn't really.
It was boring to watch.
It was just kind of.
The Bills-Ravens game was boring too.
Yeah, I was waiting for it to pop.
It never did.
Let's just get into that.
The whole world was on the overs in this game. The Rams
game,
score.
I had the Rams +7 in that game.
Oh, the Ravens. Everybody on the over and Ravens and Bills. Ravens don't even put a touchdown on the board.
Yeah, this was the ugliest game of the weekend, but it was entertaining for me. I bet the first touchdown in the game was Stephon Diggs, and it took him for halftime. It was 3-3.
Yeah.
So I was still on the edge of my seat because I had that bet and it worked out for me. But yeah, Justin Tucker's missing field goals, 2 missed field goals, both off the uprights.
2 or 3.
He had 2. Missed 2, hit each upright once.
Yeah, that's right.
Just boinking them. Arts is texting me talking about the Ravens need to sign him, even though Tucker's one of the all-time greats. But they need Arts this weekend, in the freezing cold in Buffalo. Arts is drilling 46-yarders, not touching the post. Yeah, shout out Arts. But Bill's defense is the story in this game to me. Lamar Jackson had 9 carries for 34 yards.
They shut him down.
3.8 yards per carry. They had 3 or 4 sacks, and then Gus and J.K. Dobbins, 10 carries each, 42 yards each, 4.2. Like, they get yards,
that's not horrendous, but
no, the yards per carry, their average. J.K. Dobbins was number 1 in running backs in the league for the year.
That's 6 yards per carry.
I think it was 6 yards per carry, and he 4.2.
Yeah,
the only ones that had higher was quarterbacks: Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray. Those guys.
Buffalo made Lamar Jackson throw the football. They didn't put a ton of pressure on him up front.
They're just waiting for that one mistake.
They went from the edge and made him step up.
One mistake, and he made it. 101-yard touchdown return for a touchdown. That sealed that. Put him up 17. That was a wrap right there.
Yep.
And then he gets hurt, and obviously Hunt. People are saying Huntley should have hit those throws. Like you were texting me, what's wrong with him? It's like he's a rookie in a playoff game. I
get it.
The wind carried it. You still got to make the throw.
The deep ball is just a horrendous
Hollywood
throw.
Brown.
He puts 0 air under it. It's a dart.
Hollywood Brown's one of the fastest guys in the league. Put some air, he's going to get it.
If you float it at all, he catches it.
Yeah.
It was a dart. It was 10 yards past him. He had no chance to catch it.
Threw a bomb. But yeah, the pick 6 was the seal of the deal in that game. Really, I mean, there's not really much to talk about in the game. They shut down Lamar Jackson.
Lamar got shut down.
Stephon Diggs, a monster.
Still. I think he had 6 catches in every game this year.
8 for 108 and a touchdown or something? Yeah.
I think he had 6 receptions in like 17 games this year.
Yeah, he's an animal.
Including the playoffs. So
all right, let's get to the Browns-Chiefs game.
Wow.
There's a lot to talk about. Let's unpack this real quick.
Cleveland.
First things first, we got to talk about this rule. The touchback would have cut it to 16-10 with 1:42 left in the second quarter, and then obviously the helmet-to-helmet hit, he fumbles out of bounds, touchback. Instead of 16-10, it's still 10. It's still 16-3, and then the Chiefs have 1:42. They go get a field. It's 19-3.
It's a big difference.
Biggest play,
16-10.
Biggest play of the game, easily.
Yep.
It's hard to look back and say it, but it was because that's a massive
comes down
play.
to it.
What's the rule? What do you? You said I'll let you explain.
I say the rule's super old. I mean, it's unfortunate. I think you shouldn't lose possession. The ball should come back to the 20. And if it was like if it's second and goal from the 1 and you fumble it and it's a touchback
out of bounds,
it should be now third and goal from the 20.
That way you get penalized.
Possession. You lose the yards, but you keep possession. The turnover is it's too much.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one because I was saying it should just come back to the 1. That seems too easy.
Touchback,
but the 20, I like that because then it's third and 20. You're probably not going to get the touchdown, but at least you get 3.
You get 3 out of it. It's not a turnover.
And let's be honest, the league tends to favor offensive.
They want this.
So they kind of, you want points.
You want points.
It is the one rule that favors defense for the most part.
For everything.
But still, it changes the momentum so much. Imagine if that game's 16-10 going in half versus 19-3. Like, it changes everything.
The Browns played a perfect game to win the game.
I thought they obviously not perfect.
They played the game plan. They didn't give up any big plays. They limited Mahomes.
Stefanski, well, obviously Mahomes got hurt.
Before then he was limited.
Anything is possible.
Yeah.
Did you see hashtags of Chad Henne?
Yeah.
Oh, it's glorious. But no, check the timeouts used by Cleveland were kind of weird. That catch by Tyreek Hill, obviously the one we pinned against his thigh.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter. He threw that flag so fast, like they weren't even about to snap.
You couldn't even tell if he caught it or not.
No, he didn't give time for whoever's in the booth to look at it. No one signaled that down. It looked crazy, so he just threw it. I was like, why is he throwing that early?
I think it was a reaction from everybody on the sideline.
I didn't think it was a catch immediately, and the flag was already out.
I think everyone on the sideline was like, he didn't catch it, so Stefanski threw it.
First playoff game, he panicked?
Yeah.
You got to wait for the booth to be like,
you have guys, their sole job is to get in the headset and say, hey, throw the flag.
Yeah.
He didn't even wait for those guys.
Yeah, I could see if they were getting ready to snap and he threw it because they didn't tell him yet, but he threw it before. It was like 4 seconds after the damn ball was caught.
Kansas City's hurrying up trying to get a playoff, and I get throwing it.
Yeah, I didn't agree with that. So that wasted one timeout. The punt on 4th and 9 with 4 minutes and 19 seconds left was absolutely brutal to me.
Don't punt it.
No, you have one timeout, and they punted, didn't get the ball back.
Never got it back.
And there you go. And
that's it.
If you miss it, you're in the same situation. So you're down within a 4, right?
Yeah.
5.
Let's go for it.
It's 22-17. So they're down 5. If you miss it, you're in the same situation as if you punt it, except you're going to give up a field goal, but you're going to save the time. Either you lose there or you keep the ball and you're going down and score.
Right. And there's more to take into account, too, is Mahomes isn't in the game anymore.
I think that's why they punted.
Exactly, but it's still, to me, like you're taking a chance of not getting the ball back.
Yeah.
You just go for it. Because you can still get the ball back. If you don't get it, you can still get it back.
Either way, but now
Mahomes isn't out there.
Yes. So and then if you stop them, they can miss a field goal. Butker already missed a field goal and an extra point. Like, there's a lot of things that can happen. The punt, that ruined me. The Chad Henne, we talk about Andy Reid's balls.
Jesus, the 4th and 2? Was it 2?
No, it was 4th and inches.
I thought it was
4th and 1.
1.
Yeah.
I thought it was 4th.
But so I was texting back and forth with Kevin. To me, I didn't play football. You played football. Yeah. You played DB, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is a stretch. Don't get it.
No, not like that.
From a standpoint of how, if I was screaming at the TV because Henny's in shotgun. Obviously, they're not running a quarterback draw. They motion the guy in. I don't think they're going to.
They're not going to throw it.
No. This is my thing. They're not going to snap it and hand it off from the shotgun.
No way.
They're either getting you to jump or they're throwing the ball.
Right. But they're not going to throw it.
No, not deep.
No.
As a DB, though, are you just assuming they're not throwing it and you're just standing there?
I'm assuming they didn't think they were going to throw it.
In the playoff game, though, you're just standing there like
no, I would. You're getting pressed. You're not going deep.
Tyreek Hill just ran out of the flat. It was easy.
Yeah. Stupid. It's wild. It's crazy to throw the ball, though, too.
It is crazy, but
he's got a lot of faith in Chad Henne making the throw.
You still have to be ready for that. As a DB, you got to be up in the receiver and be like, all right, if they snap.
I'm not the guy giving up the play that ends the game.
I'm the guy. I'm lining up 11 guys on the line of scrimmage and be like, if you're going to throw it, you're throwing a touchdown.
Ahead.
I don't know. I guess it's easy for me to say after the fact, but it's like, dude, you got to be ready for that.
Just don't be the guy that gives up the catch.
Did you hate Baker, how he played?
No, I thought I didn't think he played great. I don't think he played bad. I thought Stefanski kind of limited him. I think ran the ball a lot.
First half, Chubb was ineffective. Second half, he came alive.
Yeah.
So I thought he played solid. Here's the weird thing. So Cleveland, these are their possessions. This game I thought would be more high scoring.
I did too.
But they ran the clock here's the first half possessions from Cleveland. First half, obviously Chiefs go down and score. First possession, Cleveland, they drive all the way down. They settle for a field goal, so it's 6-3. Second half, they're driving. I think it's second down. They get a holding penalty, so now it backs them up. They have to end a punt. Okay. Third possession of the first half was the play they got a touchback. So only had 3 first half possessions, and Baker led them to a field goal and basically a touchdown, but a fumble.
Fumbles, yeah.
So that's stuff to put on Baker. That's it. 3 possessions.
Played well.
Second half, first one obviously he had that pick that was a bad throw, but he's kind of pressing. But it's his fault. Bad throw. It didn't hurt him because Butker missed a field goal.
It doesn't cost him. The only thing it cost him was time.
Next possession, touchdown.
Touchdown.
Next possession, touchdown.
And a field goal.
Next possession was the punt.
The punt.
So he had 7 possessions, had 2 touchdowns and a field goal, and would have had a 3rd touchdown if the fumble. So, I mean, I don't know.
That's what I said. Cleveland played good enough to win the football game.
I thought they played all right. I thought the coaching kind of hurt them at the end, the timeouts. But either way, Kansas City's moving on, and we're going to get that. So, there you go. All right. Let's take a break before we get into the conference title games and welcome in our special guest of the evening. He's got something planned that should be a fun time. I'm going to give him the segment, and he's going to run with it. He is the host of his own podcast. Project Drivel is the name of it.
Oh, he's here.
We got Tony Tucker in the building. What's going on, playa?
What's up?
What is going on, fellas?
That's
How
happening.
you doing?
Doing all right over here?
Doing good. Just recording, man. Figured I'd bring you in and let you talk to Bob for a little bit and run your segment you got planned for us.
Bob, biggest fan here.
What's up, buddy?
Start a fan page for you. Especially if the Eagles hire Adam Gase.
Oh, dude. Well, you don't even have to start. I'll mail all my stuff back to Philly. I'll send it straight to the stadium.
Dude, the rant last week was absolutely fantastic.
I can't do it, dude. Philly always wants to break my heart.
All right, Tony.
You're gonna tell him you're losing a fan. Yes.
What do you got going on for us? I know you got a little something planned for Bob here.
Yeah, we got a little game show, a little game going here. All right, Bob. I'm going to ask you some questions here. 100 NFL fans were surveyed, right?
Okay.
It's a tie game in the 4th quarter. Aaron Rodgers has a 4th and 2 just outside of field goal range. Now he has Devontae Adams in the flat, slightly covered for 3 yards, or MVS wide open down the field. What should he do?
Throw it to Adams. Every time. You have to go to your best player.
Ugh. Sorry about that. 57% of the people said, even though MVS sometimes has 2 left hands, you have to take the shot downfield.
2 left hands.
4th down.
What a shot! Shots fired.
Hey, this guy's dropped wide open touchdowns already this season, so I'm going.
I'm going
to Adams. Adams probably catches it and breaks it off for a touchdown anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm going with you. I'm not saying you're wrong. Just more people erred on that side of the poll.
I feel like 97% of those surveyed fans are casual.
Bob's on the 43% on this one.
Absolutely,
it's the minority.
Yeah.
All right, I got a couple more. You want to get another one in?
Let's go.
All right, so we got Tom Brady has to head over to the medical tent for a play. It's in the red zone. Do you line up and run a wildcat option with Ronald Jones, or do you let Blaine Gabbert run a play?
I think you let Blaine Gabbert run a play, but you run the ball.
You were so
He's wrong again.
No, this is the right way to go.
You were so close on this one. A lot of the fans said that Blaine Gabbert should never even see the field again.
What?
AFL, XFL, nothing. So, yeah, you cut out the middleman, basically, is what the survey said, and you just put Ronald Jones in the Wildcat. But, we're 0 for 2.
All right.
Yeah, but we got one last one.
Okay.
Should we try and get this one right?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
I think I'm right with the first 2, though.
The surveys say different, bro.
But I don't know who they're surveying.
Nobody. That's like Family Feud. You never know who they're surveying.
Bill Belichick's what they did.
I mean, you've seen Family Feud. Some of the answers on there.
They literally surveyed Bill Belichick's family tree on that one.
If Steve Harvey's here, he's throwing his cards in the air.
Like,
okay. That's
all right.
It's just Steve Belichick in a bunch of different wigs.
Yeah.
Different mullets. Okay, so we're in the 4th quarter now. With the Bills, 4th and 4. They're up by 4. Or no, it's 4th. It's the 4th quarter. They're up by a field goal on the KC 24. Do you kick the field goal and go up by 6, or do you let Josh Allen try and go for a touchdown?
The Bills are
up.
Bills are up 3.
How much time?
The Bills are up 3. There's 4 minutes and 12 seconds left in the game.
Ugh. A lot of time.
4th and 4. I think I go for it.
41-yard field goal.
I think I go for it.
I'm
in the game.
I agree with you on that. I'm going for it. We're both wrong.
Guys, fellas, I agree. I agree with both of you. I do. I do, but statistically, the Bills would have an 88% chance of winning if they go up by 6 and force the Chiefs to score. I want to say
That's wild. I don't know.
I don't know. What if he misses a field goal? Your chances of winning go to like 7%.
Well, you're still winning.
So.
All right, cool. So 88%. So
88%.
The survey says they kick it?
The survey says you kick it and you go up by 6. You take the points and you go up.
It's probably it's probably the most
practical. And make them score.
That's the most practical idea. But I'm in the game.
Andy Reid's going for it.
Oh yeah,
I'm with you.
Riverboat Ron. Riverboat Ron's going for it. Doug Peterson's going for it on 3rd and 22.
Yeah, I was just going to say, your boy, Dougie P, is going for it every time.
It's 4th and 14, he'd go for it with 8 minutes left.
He's going to the sideline. He's got to tap Nate Sudfeld and be like, hey, shitter, get in there.
Come on. This is your time to shine, Brucey.
Cowboy.
So did you these questions? Did you do a survey on your page at Project Drivel? Like, did you post them and people chimed in? That'd be if you didn't do that. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, we need to do this once a month. Yeah, Bob, I missed the last one. I'm with you on the last one. You were 0 for 3 though. That's not good.
I think I'm still on the right though.
But you got to keep him secret, otherwise Bob will see the results. So.
No, I won't.
He'll just be a guy voting in it.
Yeah, I'm going to vote and then go opposite of my pick. Like I did last week.
Go opposite.
Like I did last week.
Oh, I love it. Hey, real quick, are we talking about Josh McDaniels? Are you talking about Josh McDaniels at all on this show?
I haven't, but if you go ahead, what's going on? I haven't heard nothing.
He's the New England head coach when Bill leaves, right?
Yeah, but I saw a bunch of rumors today that Josh McDaniels is flirting with the idea of the Eagles position. Did you guys hear this?
I haven't.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah, Bob's probably
okay with, better than Adam Gase.
Adam Gase.
I actually love this hire for the Eagles.
I like it.
For some reason, it seems to be tied to the idea that Carson Wentz has to stay, though. But, like, Josh McDaniels, if memory serves, he's the guy who drafted Tim Tebow. So he actually likes guys like Jalen Hurts and thinks that you can play winning football with those kind of guys. So to me, I think it's a great hire if they can get him away. And the best meme I saw was like somebody like you have to hold him by a shirt and make him sign the contract in the room.
He did that with the Colts, right? And then bolted. So that would be some.
The Colts deal, he accepted the Colts offer or whatever. But I think he went back to New England, and New England told him, like, if you stay, when Bill leaves, it's your job. Like, you can stay here. It still is, basically,
but we'll see how long
that takes. I think
takes.
that was the deal there.
Yeah, he has that deal. I think Eric Bieniemy also needs to be.
Why haven't the Eagles interviewed this dude yet?
I don't know. That's the one thing that's confusing to me is like this guy. He clearly gets it. He's got a stamp of approval from every player in the organization. The coach. It's like
I think he interviewed for 2 jobs.
No, he's got more lately. He got Houston. Houston they were ripping him because they didn't interview him yet, but he met with them.
He did.
I think he's met with everybody but Philly. I think.
Of course.
Of course. Solid decisions.
Of course, Philly's not going to take that. Now we don't want to talk to that guy. Yeah. Well, let's hire Adam Gase, though.
Yeah, I don't. If they hire Adam Gase, it's going to be one of the most joyful days of my life.
Oh, there's no chance.
That guy does it. He falls up every time. It's wild.
Bob, I hate the Eagles so much because I grew up a Packers fan. One of the worst days of my life is 4th and 26 to Freddie Mitchell.
Oh, yeah, that was way back.
I broke a remote and punched a hole in my wall because it was 4th and 26. Like, there was 0% chance. And then it wasn't even to your best receiver. Or Freddie Mitchell may have been the best.
He was at the time.
I feel like Deshaun Jackson was still on that team. He's been in the league forever.
Deshaun Jackson was returning punts for touchdowns when Bill's gambling hall was open and we were playing poker there.
Yep.
That was like two lifetimes ago, it feels like.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, Tony, thanks for coming on and providing some game show type environment. But hey, before you get off, go ahead. The floor is yours. Tell us where we could, or tell the people listening where they can find you, and then anything else you want to plug.
Yes, thank you, gentlemen. Project Dribble. We do a sports podcast every Tuesday and Saturday. It's me and my brother-in-law just talking a lot of shit, having fun for about 45, 50 minutes twice a week. It's a good time, and we're always looking for people to chime in. Pat and Bob, definitely, why don't you for you guys to come on and talk some shit with us one of these days.
Yeah, let us know. We'll set something up. But anyway, thanks for coming on, man, and I'll talk to you soon.
Awesome. Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, bro. All right, that was it. Tony Tucker, again, thanks for coming on, man. Let's get back into the conference championships this weekend, Bob. What do we see? We got Chiefs and Bills. Is Henny? What? So obviously we don't know.
Depends on who starts.
Mahomes in protocol as of today.
They said he was hoping to practice Wednesday.
Today.
That's right.
It's to me the NFL's. I mean, obviously
the NFL does not want Chad Henne starting. So I mean,
I don't want. If Chad Henne plays, the Bills win.
If Patrick Mahomes knows his name, he's playing.
Said, hey, what day is it? Sunday.
Did you see him when they got him up and tried to walk him off?
It was bad.
His eyes and how he was walking and stumbling. That's a bad one.
What's weird is it didn't even look like he hit his head.
That's the problem. It was a bad concussion. You could tell when they got him up.
What, he grabbed his jugular? It didn't look to me.
Know.
Everybody, I was trying to.
It didn't look like a dirty tackle.
I watched it 15 times. I can't tell.
It did not look bad.
No, the tackle wasn't dirty at all. Mac Wilson, people were attacking him on Twitter last night. He's like, dude, I didn't do anything.
Patrick Mahomes' mom's on there calling him a dirty player.
It was 3rd and 1.
Come on.
And that fool came up and made a play to
Patrick
stop
Mahomes
him.
tweeted out and was like, no big deal.
No.
Like, it's not big. It's not.
No, Mac Wilson is
not
clear.
A dirty player.
No. But I'm saying during the tackle, it didn't even look like he hit his head.
Didn't look bad at all.
I'm like, what just happened? Did he choke him instantly?
I don't know. But
is that some sort of like samurai move?
I don't know, dude. Hit him with
where
some
you just
stuff,
the three ninjas where you like, you know what movie is that? Zohan puts his kid to sleep.
Yeah, dude.
So watch this, and he grabs his shoulder.
Can I get a background check on Mac Wilson?
Yeah, he knows some ninja stuff,
dude,
or something.
I don't know. When he got up and you could see it in his eyes, dude, he couldn't walk. They had to basically lead him to the sideline. That was a bad concussion. Because I've seen other dudes get knocked unconscious, out cold,
and they're
stiff,
back
and they get up and walk off like nothing happened. This one couldn't even walk.
It was like he got in a fist fight and got just clocked, dude.
Yeah, it looked like Francis Ngannou hit him with an uppercut, dude.
It did, and the tackle didn't look bad. So obviously, this game's really dependent on if Mahomes plays. I think my gut is saying he's going to play.
Because
I don't think we're going to see a Chad Henne versus Josh Allen.
If it is, the Bills are walking.
It's a lock.
It's walking to the
It's locked in.
I'll tell you right now, if the Chiefs and Bills play like they played last week, neither of them deserve to win.
Yeah, it's going to be. I mean, no, I don't know. The Bills' defense played phenomenal.
Offense did not play well. Same with the Chiefs. I didn't think the Chiefs' offense played well at all.
But the Bills are also going to go up against the number 1 scoring defense in the league. Right. So it's hard to be like, well, the Chiefs' offense, they played fine up until Mahomes was out.
Wow, they didn't have. I mean, they didn't. They weren't scoring.
Yeah, it was 19. They had to settle for a couple field goals.
Yeah, they didn't have no big plays. That was the key. The biggest play was a 20-yard touchdown to Kelsey. There was no 50-yarder to Hardman or 50-yarder to Hill.
Yeah,
they were that's the Chiefs.
It's a playoff game. It's a different animal.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think this game will be very entertaining as long as Mahomes is in the game. If not,
who wins?
I'm taking Bills either way.
I think Bills win the game either way too. I think the Bills are.
I think that defense from last year has showed up. So the last 9 games are allowing 16.3 points per game.
Yeah, they're good
in the last 9 weeks. The first, their defense has been known to be good last year, and they haven't showed up this year. The last 9 games, 16.3. Obviously, they've allowed last week they allowed 3. That helps them, but
I like
Josh Allen's an animal. Stephon Diggs is an animal.
Diggs is unstoppable at this point.
Mahomes, we mentioned a couple times now. Mahomes has 16 dropped interceptions.
Yeah.
Some number like that. So
yeah, so I'm taking.
And now he's got the foot injury. He was limping before the other thing. He's got a foot injury. He's got coming off a concussion.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
What if Chad Henne just starts and just wins
5 touchdown day?
If Chad Henne wins the Super Bowl, who's better, Nick
Foles or Chad?
Nick Foles or Chad Henne?
I don't know.
What do we do there?
Probably Nick Foles. Still.
If that, I'll freak out. I'm not even playing with you.
Probably.
What if Brady and Henne meet in the Super Bowl and Henne beats Brady?
There's no chance.
Then Brady has losses to Chad Henne and Nick Foles in the Super Bowl?
And Eli Manning twice.
No, I'm saying backup quarterbacks come in. Henne's getting a statue immediately.
Nick Foles got one.
Mahomes, it'll be a statue of Mahomes.
By the way, Philly's got to
giving Chad Henne a piggyback ride.
Yeah.
In front of the Arrowhead Stadium.
Yep.
That'd be the go-to statue, right?
So
I don't know. I
think Bills win.
You got Bills?
I'm taking
both taking Buffalo. Bills Mafia.
Josh Allen said, dude, he would line the tables up and light them on fire if they win the Super Bowl. He's going through them. I'm sure
just jumping through them.
Yep, that's what he said. I'm sure the owners will stop him at some point.
No, he'd probably get away with it. The
That's
owners
who
will
is
stop
he?
it?
Hulk Hogan? He's going through burning tables.
The owners are just
Your
going to watch
franchise
his every
quarterback?
The Bills. Okay, so the owner's just going to watch his every
He'd
move.
probably just shoot him a text message like, "Hey, bro, look, he's a franchise
is
guy.
it
I
in
don't
the
need you going
contract?
through him." Yeah, probably.
No, do you know how much the Bills Mafia? You win a Super Bowl, dude. You jump through a burning table.
You said multiple.
There you
Stack
go.
them up. He says.
Stack them up. Josh Allen is not going through a burning table though, because they're not winning the Super Bowl.
I don't think they are either because Tom Brady is.
Well, we'll get to that. All right, Bucks Packers. Both these games, by the way, are rematches from the same week, Week 6. We should have saw this.
Should have saw what was coming.
The Chiefs beat the Bills 26-17. The Bucks beat the Packers 38-10. All right, I want to talk about Aaron Rodgers real quick because he's playing lights out. But
MVP.
Yeah, he's the MVP. He's 1-3 in NFC title games. However, I mean, this is his first home.
This is the first time he's played one in Green Bay.
Right. Here's his numbers. So, 2010, the year they won the Super Bowl, he went to the Bears, threw for 244 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. They won.
How do you win that game?
I don't know. 2014, they lost to Seattle in overtime, 28-22. He threw for 178 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
Jesus.
Lost that one. 2016, he threw at Atlanta. They lost 44-21. He threw for 287, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. I'm guessing a lot of those were garbage time.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Sounds like a blowout. And then in 2019, lost against 49ers, 326 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. So 4 games, 1-3. He has 6 touchdowns and 7 interceptions in those 4 NFC title games.
No 300-yard games?
Everybody says the defense was the problem,
No.
He had one 300-yard game against the 49ers.
As out of his 4, he has one game of 300 yards?
One 300-yard game. And in 2 of them, he threw more picks and touchdowns. One of them, he throws 0 touchdowns.
Sounds like he's not big in these games.
I don't know. So it's his first home game. Like, he has a better win rate at home, but
if he comes out and he has 280 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks, the Packers will lose by 30.
This dude is he's one of the top 5. I would say he's top 5
all time
based on talent, everything.
Yeah, top 5, top 3.
Yeah, a lot of people say he's better than Brady. It's
not
stupid.
a chance.
He throws one of the best balls I've ever seen easily. But if he wins the Super Bowl, where is he? This is what's crazy to me.
That ties him with Eli Manning and Peyton Manning.
What's crazy is they're like, oh, if he wins a couple more Super Bowls. But dude, Brady he's been to 10.
Brady has more
9
rings,
Super Bowls,
but more rings himself than
title game appearances.
Every other franchise.
Yeah, I don't understand this narrative. Tom Brady's the GOAT. That's why this episode is called GOAT Week.
Yes.
Is Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers is supposedly in the conversation.
Somebody tried to tell me today that Tom Brady was the worst quarterback left in the playoffs this year.
No.
I said, you guys are out of your mind, bro.
You know he threw more touchdowns than Mahomes this year.
Yes. 43.
40.
He threw 43 this year.
40.
Who,
if you
Brady?
count this week, it's 40 and 12, right?
I thought he had 43 touchdowns.
God damn it, Bob. Dude, what are you...
He's 43 years old. He threw 43 touchdowns. I saw that.
He's 43 years old, bro.
And he threw 43 touchdowns.
I don't believe you. I hope you're right, though, because I always rip you and then
I think it's right. I read this. How many do you throw?
It was on Snoops. What's
43?
that website you go to?
I don't know.
40, baby. Let's
40?
go. 40 touchdowns. 40 and 12.
Oh, I thought it was 43.
So it's making up crazy.
Maybe 43 now.
I don't know. So I swear. So I have to.
Already have 2 rushing touchdowns?
I don't know.
It's 43 total.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, maybe that's right. All right, so Rodgers, like I said, let's go. Brady's 9-4 in AFC title. Obviously, he's never been. He's been in the NFC 1 year. He's already in the title game.
I was dying since '97. The Cowboys have had 0 appearances in 24 years.
And then, homeboy comes in. He's already
1-1.
So Brady's 9-4 in the title games. This is 14th. What's interesting is his in title games. We just talked about Rodgers, how his touchdown is 6 to 7.
Great. Yeah, he's not.
Brady is throwing 20 touchdowns,
2 interceptions
in 13 games. No, in 18 picks.
Oh wow, turning it over.
He's turned it over quite a few. Like, he's had a few games. They had a better defense than Rodgers, obviously, but he had a couple games like he had played at Baltimore.
Brady plays in the snow too.
Rodgers had to play. Rodgers had to play, Seattle's defense, San Francisco's defense. So
these guys play in the snow. So.
But the key to this game, obviously, I think most people think Tampa's secondary. This ain't Drew Brees. Like, he can throw the ball down the field. He can throw 60 yards on the fly. He's got a full receiving weapons. Tampa's secondary.
They played week 6.
Yeah,
he threw 2 pick sixes
back to back.
Or it weren't 2 pick sixes. He threw a pick 6 and then they threw a pick down to 1. Yeah,
it was 10-0. Remember, he was doing the move.
10-0. How that worked?
And it's 38-10 finally. They'll score again.
I guess dancing doesn't work in the NFL, guys.
Yeah, don't dance, Rod. I bet you the over-under on Rodgers' dances this week is 0. You got to wait till the clock's out.
Not happening.
But time of possession, Tampa secondary, and then I think Tyler Johnson and Scotty Miller.
Scotty Miller came in and caught a bomb.
That move was dirty.
Oh,
I saw that
gosh. That was his only route I think he ran all day.
He broke the guy's ankles. That catch by Tyler Johnson was dirty too.
Sick.
So, but they have those guys need to step up the secondary, and then obviously the time of possession. That means Ronald Jones and Fournette got to move the ball in the line because they got to keep the ball out of Rodgers' hands.
And on third and shorts, you'll see it too. Tom Brady's good at this. On like third downs, when it's third and short, if they pick up first downs, they're in no hurry. They literally run the play clock all the way down.
Yeah,
just to get type of possession way up. A lot of teams will pick up a first down and just same pace.
Yeah,
Brady will stop. He'll just wait.
All right, so you got Bucks. We picked Bucks. I said Bucks.
Super Bowl. Bucks Bills. Yeah.
I said Bucks Chiefs way back when. I'm
Bucks.
fine either way as long as Mahomes plays.
I remember what I said. I'm a Bucks Bills in Super Bowl. Tom Brady wins again.
Honestly, any matchup that happens out of these 4 teams is going to be entertaining. Even if it's Bills and Packers. Packers, Chiefs, Bucks, whatever. I just want Brady.
In Tampa.
And it's in Tampa. I got money on it.
Yeah, me too. I got a bunch of futures tickets.
All right, well, that's it for the NFL. We're going to get into some UFC. Before we do that, let me give a shout out. I started writing articles for this network. Shout out Chris LeBron, Stephen Gillespie. He's been on the show talking NBA. Chris LeBron, he's doing NBA stuff. Jeff Hunt, I've worked with him before back in the day. Jeff has a good podcast. There's a ton of other guys on this network. Offtheballnetwork.com. Go check it out. I'm writing UFC articles for him, giving you my picks every card. I just started last week. I went 2-3, but I hit an underdog parlay, so we're about even.
Right.
My biggest bet didn't even fight because the Philip Haas fight came off. I was so mad when I saw that.
Why did it get canceled? Did they ever say?
I never saw anything.
They didn't even release it.
It was brutal. It was a day of the. Usually I'm betting all the dogs too, and it was a day of the dogs. The first 3
underdogs, first round knockouts. That would have paid well. But Buckley, man, that was my guy. That was my easy win.
I started with 100 units because we're doing the whole gambling aspect, and I lost 0.05.
It's not bad.
So we'll see. So shout out to that. Like I said, Off the Ball Network. Not just those 3 guys. There's a ton of content on there. Follow them on Twitter. You'll find out all of them. But check them out. I got articles on there. The McGregor one will be out, I don't know, Thursday or Friday. Yeah. I got to figure out who I'm betting.
Connor.
Let's get into this. UFC 257 pay-per-view. It's live this Saturday.
The King is back.
Before we get to that, can we talk about Max Holloway?
God, he was so good. Dude, I think I told you this. Everybody was like talking about Calvin Kattar just getting the crap kicked out of him, which he did. But honest to God truth, he got wrecked.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody would. There's nobody in the division that would have done better, that wouldn't have got finished besides Calvin Kattar. Calvin Kattar's the only one that would have made the distance. Everybody else would have got finished. Max Holloway is on another level on Saturday.
There's a few guys. I don't have the rankings. There's a few guys that might be able to withstand that, but Kattar's obviously toughest tough as dude. Shit.
Oh my Lord, dude! Dana wanted him to stop it in the fourth.
This dude got punched like 447 times.
457. Dude, Max Holloway threw 740 significant strikes, landed 457, I think, or 475.
I have the numbers here. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Oh yeah, here we go.
457.
So he beat Calvin Kattar. The scores were crazy: 50-43, 50-43, and 50-42. First of all, I've never seen that.
That's 3 10-8 rounds.
That's the best scorecard other than a knockout.
3 10-8 rounds. Nobody gets 3 10-8s because you get stopped.
Usually, yeah. Well, no, I thought he was going to get stopped in the second.
The fourth was brutal.
The fourth was brutal. I actually had a bet. I bet $5. This is a stupid bet, but I bet $5 on Max Holloway to get the finish in the 5th round. $5 paid $150. So after the 4th, I'm like, let's go. Like, it's definitely unstopped.
Yeah, well, if he doesn't answer the bell, you win. Because it's the 5th round.
Or whatever. But though, during the 4th, he would. Dude, I think Holloway stopped and tried to tackle him. I think he ran a little bit of energy or something.
Didn't want to hurt him.
Yeah, it was like a like Ortega. Gave me a flashback to Ortega when he said pick your hand. He picked his hands up for him
and then hit him again. I don't know. Kattar's a tough dude.
Yeah, shout out. No, Calvin Kattar. I mean, he'll be back. He'll be back. He's 22-4.
He tried to stay after the fight, and Dana made him go to the hospital.
He said he started laughing at him.
You're going to the doctor. He's like,
said you go to the hospital. He started laughing at Dana. Said, "What do you mean?"
I'm all right.
So just got beat up for 25 straight minutes.
Said I'm good. I'm all right. Max Holloway, that was the best I've ever seen him look.
Oh, that was so. Then the other thing was everybody's like, "Oh, it's a fight of the year." I'm like, no, it takes
that's
two
the
to
ass whooping
tango,
of the year,
baby.
dude.
It takes two to tango. You got to have. We got to not know who won the fight. Joanna and Whaley.
Yeah,
I had no idea who won the fight.
Right, those are fight of the year. This is the ass whooping of the year.
Yeah, we all knew who won the fight.
Everybody knew.
Whaley and Joanna. You remember that fight?
Oh,
Nobody.
God.
I was like, I don't know who won.
Scorecards.
I have no
waiting
idea.
on waiting.
No, I literally. I was like, I
don't know.
flip a coin. So yeah, it's performance of the year. Maybe that might be. He listen to the records he shattered. Significant strikes attempted. The previous record was 515. He threw 744 punches.
I think he held the record, didn't he?
I don't remember. I want you to go home tonight, or any of you listening to me. I want you to go stand in your living room right now and throw 744 punches.
Hard ones.
Yeah, not
significant strikes.
Not like jabs like you're running. No, I want you to pretend you're trying to fight somebody.
You're not getting through 100.
Throw some kicks in there. Throw some elbows in there. You can take a little 1 minute break every 5 minutes, but try to throw 744 punches tonight and see how that feels. Significant. And he landed, previous record, 290. He landed 445.
I think that was his record too.
I don't think you can do this, but go get punched 445 times and tell me how you feel tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it. It's a challenge. If you guys do this, record yourselves and send it to our page, please. Fight of the year nonsense. So I saw Dan Hardy too. This is kind of weird. Dan Hardy and some other analysts calling him the best in the world
at featherweight.
Yeah, you can't say that.
145 right now.
Can't say it.
I don't know.
No, you can't.
I thought he won the Volkanovski fight last.
A lot of people did, but he didn't.
He beat Ortega. He's
the
number.
Volkanovski's 22-1. His last loss was
21-2.
It shoulda, coulda, woulda. He's 22-1. His last loss was 2013. He's beat Max twice. A lot of people said he didn't win the second one, but scorecards, whatever. You can't, especially guys in the UFC. Dan Hardy's like a commentator. You can't undermine the champion like that and be like, this guy's the best, but this guy beat him twice and is the current champion. He's lost one fight back in 2013.
Right.
Bad look to me.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? It's a bad look. You can say all you want, like Holloway should maybe the scorecards were skewed. You can't be like Holloway's hands down the best right now, too. You can say he's the best of all time. I think he's probably up. He's probably number one.
That night he was the best featherweight on the planet.
Nobody else
ever looked. Yeah, but nobody's ever looked that good.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But you can't say he's the best in the world right now.
We'll
find out soon enough.
Volkanovski probably won't even beat Ortega.
Ortega
looked phenomenal his last fight too.
Yeah, so it's tough. That's
a good match.
I just think it's a weird thing. So let's get in the pay-per-view. Prelims, early prelims. They have a couple guys I like to watch, like Roundtree.
Khalil Roundtree's good.
He's solid. He has some duds every now and then. Brad Tavares.
That's one of my guys. I like him.
You like him. And you got Julia Pena and Sarah McMahon, 7th and 9th ranked bantamweight in the women's division. That'll be fine.
That'll be a good fight.
But the main attraction, obviously, everybody's in this fight.
McGregor. The king is back.
So main card, the first fight of the night, Mariana Rodriguez versus Amanda Ribas.
Ribas.
Is it Hebos?
Ribas. I don't know.
Whatever.
She's good. I know that.
Well, Marina's 8th ranked. I know rankings are everything. Clearly, we just talked about that. Rodriguez is 8th. Ribas is 10th. 10-1 in the UFC. 4-0. She's got 2 submissions, 2 decisions. She beat Mackenzie Dern.
Yep.
Beat Paige Van Zant. She's beat Ronda Marcos, which Rodriguez fought. She got a draw with her. She lost her last fight to Rodriguez lost her last fight to Esparza. She has wins over Tisha Torres.
Yeah, that's all right.
Torres her last fight looked great, so it's kind of a good win now.
Ribas is the 3-1 favorite.
Yeah, minus 330. I think the odds are way too high. Her last fight, the last fight she was minus 800, like John Jones territory against Van Zant, and I was like, I'm betting that.
Yeah,
she's not John Jones, and then she beat her in the first round.
Oh, yeah, right.
So
send her to the BKFC.
All 5 of Rodriguez UFC fights have went to the decision. So she's a striker, but she doesn't have the finishing power. It seems like to me. You know what I mean?
Nah, yeah, she's a point guy, point fighter, point one.
She's trying to point.
Just win rounds is what she's trying to do.
I thought she beat Esparza. Watching that last fight, I thought she won, but the judges gave it to Esparza. You can't leave it up to the judges. If you're a fighter that leaves it up to the judges, it's never good.
It's never going to work out in your favor.
Ribas doesn't absorb a lot of strikes. She's only 1.7 per minute. I think Rodriguez was like almost 3.
Oh, Ribas is going to beat on her.
But her submission game is where it's at to me. Ribas has 2 submissions in her 4 UFC victories. To me, the best bet. I looked at some of the prop bets. Ribas by submission is plus 2 to 1. plus 200. I'm not laying 330 on any fight. I don't care. Like, even we'll get to McGregor in a little bit. He's minus 330. I'm not even touching it.
Oh, man.
But Ribas plus 200 by submission is my kind of where I'm going right now.
It's probably not a bad bet.
Rodriguez is plus 250. So, I mean, if you want to take a chance on a dog, Rodriguez ain't a bad bet
No.
to me.
Not a bad bet, but I don't think she wants to
No,
fight.
I'm taking Ribas.
I'm taking Ribas. Joanna Calderwood, Jessica I.
No, next one's Ottman Azatar versus Matt Frivola. So I didn't know who this Frivola dude was.
He's 8-1, I think.
Yeah, he's 8-1. He's 2-1-1 in the UFC.
8-1-1, yeah.
What's crazy is during 2020, there was a stretch of there for like a month where they had the fight night cards, and every fight someone was calling this dude out, and I'm like, who the hell's Matt Frivola? Why are they all calling him
Why
out?
are they all
Is he an
calling
asshole?
him out?
So yeah, I'd never seen him fight. So he's plus 125. This Azatar guy looks like an animal though. He's 13-0, 2-0 in the UFC. 10 of his 10 are KOs. His only 2 UFC fights are both knockouts.
2-1-1.
He just looks crazy to me. Finished Kama Worthy last fight in the first round. He's a knockout specialist.
Kama Worthy's a tough fight.
8 of his 10 last fights, 8 of them are knockouts in the very first round.
Oh.
And he's only minus 155. So I'm probably, I don't know. I haven't seen much of him. I watched his highlights.
13-0?
13-0, 2-0 in the UFC. He looks like an animal. Just finishing dudes. Last guy I saw was Jury. What's that Jury? The guy at light heavyweight. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
Proschenka?
I don't know.
But yeah, this is kind of similar to that. Ottman to win is minus 155. Ottman by finish is minus 105. So he's favored to finish the fight. So
yeah, it's not going the distance.
the minus 155 is probably the best bet.
Yeah.
The finish minus 105, probably good too. But this backfired last week. So I took the under. What's his name by finish?
Buckley
by finish because I was getting better odds.
Yeah.
But if I would have took the under, I would have got the same odds
and won
because the other guy knocked him out of the late kit. So you might want to look into the under in that fight because I think Ottman wins by finish, but you never know if he gets caught. So
yeah, if we would have saw that bet before, we would have took the under anyway.
Yeah, I know. I didn't scout.
I didn't see that.
Third fight on the card, Jessica Evil Eye. That's the gayest nickname, by the way.
Evil Eye.
Evil Eye.
She's winning this fight.
You like her?
Yeah, she's a pick'em. She wins.
Yeah, it's minus 110. Joanne Calderwood's minus 120. It's another matchup, 6th ranked versus 7th ranked. They're kind of middle of the road. That's what they are. I mean, no, unless your name's Shevchenko or Nunes in the women's division, you're probably not winning.
You're fighting to lose a title fight, these two.
Right. Eye's 4-2 in the last 6.
She's good.
Calderwood's 3-4 in her last 7. She has losses over Cavillo, Andrade, Chukagin, and Maya. I beat Chukagin to get the title shot.
Yep.
And then Shevchenko leg kicked her out of the universe.
Yeah.
Right in the face. She just went to sleep.
Yeah.
Which, let's be real.
I just see Jessica winning this fight, getting back.
See, I got Calderwood.
Yeah?
She had the title shot lined up, and she fought again instead of waiting.
Yeah.
And Jennifer Maya got her in a submission.
Mm-hmm. So
she has a bad taste in her mouth, and I think she wants that back. I don't think Eye is anything special. I think Calderwood has the hunger.
Yeah, maybe.
So I'm going to take Calderwood. The odds are this could probably be your beer fight. If you need beer, go get beer.
Yeah, this is where this is your break right here.
This is your break. It's minus 350 to go the distance. It's probably going the distance.
This is your break.
We'll probably see Ottman Azatar knock out Frivola, and then we're going to get a 15-minute fight, a couple breaks. We got about 30-minute window to go get some beer.
Get some beers because the next two are going to be fireworks.
Yeah, I'm not too excited about this fight, but we'll throw it in there. But yeah, I'll take Calderwood. You got Eye.
I got Jessica Eye.
All right, here we go. These last two are gold. Michael Chandler making his debut. Everybody's hyped about this guy.
Dan
he
Hooker.
looks solid.
That's fine.
He's 21-5. He's been was Bellator, right? Bellator champion.
Yeah, he's in Bellator fighting all the guys that got cut in the UFC.
There's not a ton of guys. The only guys I recognized he beat was actually the same guy in the last 10 fights. He beat Benson Henderson twice.
He fights him 3 times a year.
He fought him twice in the last 10, and he knocked him out in July, I think it was, and then he had a submission victory over him, a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. But he's a grappler. He's got some strong punching ability. Like I've seen, the last 2 fights have been KOs. He finished them. But then you got on the other side, you got Dan Hooker,
monster,
the Hangman.
The Hangman, Dan Hooker. He already said he likes breaking the new toys.
If you haven't seen his fight between Dustin Poirier and him, go watch that.
That was fight of the year last year.
No, it was close. It was up there. I already said Joanna and Weili's the best, but
it was top 3. Yeah,
there were 2 or 3. But this guy's an animal. He's long. What's interesting was I was looking at Hooker. He hasn't knocked anybody out since his last 3 fights have all gone to decision.
But they're wars.
They're wars, though. But
wars.
Did he lose? So he got knocked out by – he's beat some high-level competition. He has wins over Felder, Iaquinta, Gilbert. He knocked out Gilbert Burns.
Yep.
Finished him.
That was a while ago, yeah.
So his last knockout, which I could probably knock this guy, was James Vick.
Everybody knocks out James Vick. The guy's a punching
If you
bag.
sneeze, he falls over.
Yeah.
So that was his last knockout, and then he lost a fight. I'm trying to remember who it was to. He got
Poirier.
No, he lost was it?
He lost to Poirier.
Well, that was his last fight, right?
Yep.
Lost to Poirier in the war, but I thought he got knocked out.
I don't
He
remember.
got finished by
By who?
Oh, I saw it earlier. I don't know, but I was kind of curious to see if he not being knocked out. I'm pretty sure. You're looking it up right now.
Edson Barboza
Knocked him out, right?
Yep.
After that, he hasn't finished anybody. All decisions.
Well, he has a knockout over Vic, and then a decision, split decision, and then lost a decision to Poirier. Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting. I don't know. I have no idea what to. I'm probably leaning the over at 2.5. I think this might be another war. I don't think Chandler's just going to come out and finish Hooker because we've seen Poirier hit him, and Poirier finishes people. He's tough.
He puts people down, yeah.
And
Poirier's big.
He's a big 155er.
Big guy.
And he hung in there for 5 rounds.
We'll talk about that.
So if I had to take this one, I'm probably taking the over. I'm not really rooting for anybody. I like Hooker, but I kind of want to see what Chandler can do against
the top level.
Maybe if he comes out and gets a crazy wrestling performance, maybe he gets a crack at Khabib.
No.
If he, you never know.
Never.
No. Khabib won't come back for Chandler.
Not a chance. For what? Chandler's spent the last 3 years fighting Benson Henderson.
That's true. I mean, that is true.
He's not. Khabib's not coming out of retirement to fight Mike Chandler.
The higher level competition is definitely Dan Hooker.
Oh, absolutely.
As far as what Hooker's faced versus what Chandler's faced.
Chandler's probably better matchup.
So you got Hooker.
I got Dan Hooker. I think he knocks him out.
He knocks
Michael Chandler out. Michael Chandler takes punches. He eats them. I don't think he
comes forward.
I don't think he's going to eat Dan Hooker's. We'll see. He's fighting Benson Henderson. Ain't going to power.
No, I get what you're saying.
But we'll see.
So Hooker,
Chandler, and Eddie Alvarez fought like 3 times too. Alvarez knocked him out a couple times.
Alvarez is good. He's underrated. All right. So you got Hooker. Should be a fun. I just hope it's a good fight because I'm probably not going to bet on a lot of these.
I hope
fights
it's a first round finish.
Just no.
I hope it's fast so we get to the main event.
Just
bring them out.
You want 11 straight first round knockouts. So
I want the main event to start about 5 p.m. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, let's get into this because, this is what we're all waiting for. Conor McGregor,
the return
of Conor.
The king is back, baby.
Dustin Poirier. This is a rematch from 6 years ago. It's going to be a different fight. Obviously,
it's just a lot shorter.
No,
Mystic Max said 60 seconds.
Obviously,
straight up.
We both love Conor.
I like Poirier too. I don't hate on Poirier.
Oh, Poirier, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's going to be a completely different fight. You think Conor just comes out and finishes it?
Starches him in the first 2 minutes.
That's that easy.
Starches him.
What's crazy is that to me, 17 of McGregor's 26 fights end in the first round.
He starts
all time. Like obviously that's back in the day
because he finds what they are not good at and hits them with it.
I just think Poirier is an animal. Watching that guy, if say it gets to the third round, who wins?
Conor. This is at 155. He'll have the stamina to go. It won't get there, but if he does, Conor's at 170. That's a fair point. This isn't him at 170.
If you look at it, everybody rips him because he lost to Khabib. Everybody's lost to Khabib. He's 29-0. The guy's probably top 2 GOAT. It's him or John Jones, right?
It's close, yeah.
Or him, John Jones, and St. Pierre. Those top 3 best fighters of all time, mixed martial arts. He's not the most exciting fighter. That's why no one cares if he retires. I want to see him.
He's like George St. Pierre.
I'll watch him fight. But if he's the only guy on the pay-per-view, I don't care if I have to work that night.
No.
Like McGregor, I'm watching the fight.
I'm not missing this
so,
fight.
McGregor took Khabib into the 4th round. That's farther than anybody
ever takes Khabib.
Except Iaquinta, which was Khabib's first. He went the distance, but he got beat up pretty good. Poirier took him 3. Gaethje only took him 2. Dustin's, what do you think his strategy is going to be? Do you think he tries to grapple?
No. Absolutely not. He's going to go out there and strike.
But is he going to put pressure on? Because that's bad.
Don't miss. That's what I'll tell him. Don't miss. Because if you miss, you're going to wake up. You're going to get countered with the left, and you're going to wake up.
So I watched the first fight earlier.
He did it. He missed.
And
he missed.
He looked nervous. He tried to
trash talk Conor all week.
Well, yeah, that's what.
Don't get nervous now.
He kind of he was trying to avoid applying pressure in that fight. Obviously, he's grown. That's what I'm saying. He's grown.
That's Conor's thing is if you miss, you're done. You go down.
But Conor goes forward, though, too.
Yeah, but he counters. He
True.
lets you throw yours, and when you miss, he makes you pay.
Yeah, I don't know. So you think who goes first?
Connor's going to come out and throw that front kick to the body like he always does, or spinning back kick to the body.
Yeah.
Just to, you kind of get it out there, and then Connor's going to start stalking him.
That's what's
walking him
interesting
down,
with the chess match to me is is Poirier going to come out and just say, let's go, let's grab?
Poirier
or is he going to try to get Conor tired because that's the game plan? Diaz applied it, but that was at 170.
But, game plans don't work with Conor. You see Eddie Alvarez, his whole game plan was move right and wrestle, and that fool got in there and went left and tried to box.
That's true. Eddie Alvarez is a wrestler. And
his whole game plan, his whole camp was move right, wrestle Conor. He got into the cage, the bell rang, and he started moving left because Conor's walking him down, stalking him, and he's trying to box. And we saw what happened there.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
I just think he goes the Diaz route. He's going to try to survive almost.
Take him deep
Which is bad.
Take him deep into the waters and hope he gets tired.
He keeps saying he wants a bloody war, but you got to get there first.
You don't want a bloody war.
That's the way to beat him, right?
Conor?
That. Yes.
No, you don't want to get a striking fight with Conor.
He got into a striking fight with who?
Nate Diaz don't count Nate Diaz as like a striking fight that Dustin Poirier can handle because Diaz is a different animal.
His volume,
and he's one of the toughest dudes alive. You can't knock him out.
That's also true.
I think the only time he's been finished twice in his entire 30-year career now is Josh Thompson in '99 and Jorge in 2018.
And they shouldn't even stop that fight.
No, you got to let that go. And that wasn't a knockout. That was a doctor stoppage.
Yeah, he was ready to go. All right, so obviously we both got Conor to win.
Absolutely starches.
I'm not touching this fight with a betting anything because the odds
Conor
are crazy.
by knockout.
The other even then it's like minus 200.
Oh, it's happening.
If I do anything, it's going to be under 1.5 rounds.
What's the minus 110?
Plus 115.
Plus 115?
Yeah, because it's a 5-round fight, so you figure.
Oh, okay. They're going to think they're going to.
So I'll probably end up doing that.
Take the under 1.5.
Under 1.5. But all right, let's play a little. What happens after this? If Conor wins, what's the route?
So I guess Khabib had his meeting in Abu Dhabi.
I don't think. Yeah,
Khabib claims
that's the first option.
So Khabib claims if one of the four on these two cards, this co-main and main event, puts on a performance worthy, he says he'll fight the winners. He'll fight whatever winner of the two he chooses has a performance. Well, Conor goes out and starts his Poirier in 60 seconds. It's tough for Khabib not to fight him again.
No, either way, if Conor wins, period,
you got to fight him again.
Either you're getting stripped.
That was the conversation.
You can't be like, oh, Conor won, but I'm going to go fight Oliveira. It's like, no Conor's the title shot.
So that was the conversation Dana had was if you're retired, then we're stripping you. The winner of this fight basically would probably get Gaethje, I'd assume, for the interim title maybe. Or the title, you know what I mean? Unless Khabib decides, okay, look, I'll come back and fight the winner. You know, if McGregor wins, I'll fight him again.
Yeah, I think if Conor wins, it's Khabib. And if Khabib says no, if he doesn't want to fight Conor, and then you're Gaethje. Done. It's either if Hooker wins, it's Hooker or Gaethje.
Yeah.
If Hooker wins.
Or do the Hooker-Gaethje fight.
If Chandler wins.
And the winner gets Conor.
I don't think they're going to.
In the meantime,
Conor goes fight Chandler.
In the meantime, say Hooker fights Gaethje, the winner gets to fight Conor for the title.
No, they're booking Conor right away.
And then Conor, well, yeah, they'll book Conor right away. But in the meantime, Conor goes and fights Diaz the third time or Jorge. Make that money.
That's possible.
In July for International Fight Week.
See, I think that's the option if Dustin wins. If Dustin wins, I think Conor gets Diaz trilogy because he's coming off a loss, but he's still a main attraction, obviously. But you can't give him a title shot if he loses again.
No.
So then you can go make Diaz or Masvidal and still draw. But that's the thing. If Conor wins, he's not fighting Oliveira.
No, that's a terrible matchup. That's a terrible matchup.
They don't want that.
No, Charles Oliveira run across.
He'll just try to fucking rip his arm off.
Look like just jump on his back like Damian Maia.
What's crazy is if Dustin wins, is he guaranteed a title shot?
Oliveira's, it's tough not to give him a shot, dude. He's won like 8 or 9 in a row.
Yeah, but they don't want that versus Conor. If Dustin wins, then it's Dustin Oliveira.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't say no.
Yeah.
And I don't think Dana gives Dustin a choice. It's not like he's picking fights.
Either way, man.
I don't know. Connor. I think Connor starts as a
I'm
student.
just happy we're only 4 days out.
Yeah, 3, right? Yeah, 4 days.
Thursday, Friday.
Thursday, Friday.
Woo.
Let's
All
go.
right. I think that's it, man. UFC, Conor McGregor's the return of the king.
He's back.
Everybody's gonna be like, you guys are fanboys. Like, I like entertaining, and he's the most entertaining fighter of all time. That's
not even close.
That's why it's GOAT week. We talked about Tom Brady
GOAT week.
winning the Super Bowl, and now we got the GOAT.
Connor.
GOAT of entertainment. He's not the best fighter of all
Combat
time.
sports history GOAT.
Combat. Him and Mayweather, right? That's why they fought.
Yeah. Maybe
But
Hulk Hogan.
That's it. So yeah, check out the article. I'll be sending up some pics on the article offtheballnetwork.com. I'll post those, and then we'll be back next week. Thanks for tuning in, and go. Let's just have a GOAT week.
GOAT week.
Brady and Connor get the W, and we'll talk to you next week.
Brady
All right, see you guys.
Brady invites Connor to the Super Bowl.
He's throwing footballs.
Have you seen him? It's
Yeah,
terrible.
it's terrible.